Hey, welcome back everyone, I'm JayborinoPlays, and this is Legacy of the Confederation, a custom campaign for Starcraft 1. We're heading into Chapter 3 here. At the end of Chapter 2, I was about to say we escaped. We certainly didn't escape, but we escorted Dr. Halsey, who sent data back to Earth about what was happening with the Zerg. They call them roaches, I suppose, because this is a different area of the galaxy where the term Zerg is not widely known. It's interesting. Different perspectives, I suppose. But anyway, Dr. Halsey and everyone on the station died, but we did get the data out.
Hello again, Admiral. I'm sorry about what happened to your division on Pluto, but you'll be happy to know that the data they recovered was transmitted to DefenseNet successfully and is now being analysed by every government mainframe across the world. Hopefully it will help us against the aliens. Now for the matter at hand. At 1800 hours Earth Standard, we lost contact with our colonies on Ganymede and Io. 3 hours after that, Mars went black. Distress calls and video footage taken by Martian satellites reveal the enemy to be what the projects call mutilus worms. Protoss Ambassador Elandra will elaborate.
Taro Atun, local Terran. The creatures that you face are specifically used by the Zerg to neutralize any air defense. They breed liquid spores which, if they come into contact with any material, will burn through it as surely as any of your most potent acids. In addition, their breath is not limited to the target at hand. The lather will skip from ship to ship as a flat pebble skips across a lake. The force that you face today are not individuals. They are a mindless horde, a swarm, serving a single central intelligence called the Overmind. These mutalisks have no fear. They act as a colony of ants, extensions of the Overmind's will. Under my command, I have deployed our ambassadorial fleet to aid in your planet's defense. In addition, I have relayed an urgent message to my homeworld for reinforcements. They should arrive within 15 of your hours. I am confident that together, we will keep Earth safe until that time.
UPL has amassed its entire armada for this incursion. The line against the roaches must be held until the Protoss reinforcements arrive. Protect Earth's orbit, Admiral, at any cost.
So we're in charge of Earth's defenses. I'm actually really curious what this map's going to be. This sounds crazy. What? Look at the mini-map! Oh man, this map is going to crash, or it's going to certainly hit the sprite limit. Okay, so let's hit OK. We've got carriers here. I have a strategy, because I expect this map to hit the sprite limit, which I think in StarCraft 1 is around 1700. It's like 1650, I think. And that, when I say sprite limit, I mean certain number of units, and including projectiles. So like interceptors, scout, the scout missiles, the wraith missiles.
All fleet personnel, we have incoming. Hundreds of bandits detected bearing 230 degrees, mark 6-5. All ships, stand by to engage.
Mutalisk glaive worms, all that counts as sprites. So if the limit, excuse me, is 1750, there's no way that all this stuff is going to be able to shoot. And I think we'll be seeing that very, very soon. So I want to get all this stuff in the back up to the front, first of all. It's going to take forever to do. All right, so everybody move on up. Everyone move on up. This is crazy. This is, I think, what a lot of people wanted from StarCraft from a long time ago. They wanted these big space battles, and now we're finally getting it. All right, so on the plus side, my carriers have spawned their interceptors so that they won't be affected by the map. But as you can see, a lot of my stuff is not shooting. A lot of the mutalisks aren't shooting either, and that's because of the sprite limit. So when the map hits the sprite limit, just all my stuff, it'll be there, and it can get killed, but it just might not be shooting. And unfortunately, even though it's not spawning the missiles, they're not doing damage. It'd be one thing if the missiles were just invisible, but they were still able to deal the damage. So like here, for example, the battle cruisers, they have the attack animation, but the actual laser isn't shooting, and it seems like they're not doing any damage. So I really wish that this game would have been set up such that at least the units would still deal damage. So what do we have back here? See, our missile turrets aren't shooting because the missiles they shoot are considered sprites. So this map is hugely over the sprite limit. I think we're going to have to really rely on our carriers here, so let's grab our Arbiter and assign this to Group 1. And we're kind of getting smoked here because half of my stuff can't shoot. So the idea is we have to kill a lot of these mutalisks to remove them from being able to really shoot us. Oh god, this is bad too. Again, this is a strange. So I think this might be a side effect of me not properly having the MPQ executable file to play Legacy of the Confederation. I did just replaced the sound files, but that's it. And I think that part of what's required to play Legacy of the Confederation I don't have, so maybe that's, you know, it might be a mod that removes the unit limit, because the unit limit exists basically to stop the game from running like shit if there's too much stuff on the screen for lower systems. But I mean, you know, this game came out 16 years ago, so at this point I don't think, you know, we really need to be that concerned about... Actually, the sooner we can kill these Mutalisks, the better we'll be off in other locations. See, so now we're not worrying about these things trying to shoot more sprites and things like that, so we can... We basically want to try to limit our fighting onto one front. I feel like I'm battling the game engine more than I'm battling the Zerg. So these are dragons. So basically, I think everything is named... Everything is named as the UPL season, so they're not Zerg Mutalisks, they're Roach Dragons, which is really interesting. Our platform is getting smoked here. I mean, there's nothing we can really do because half of our stuff can't shoot. Okay, so I guess let's take some of this stuff and send it up here and up here. And we have to hold out for about 10 more in-game minutes, I suppose. So let's send this contingent of stuff over on the right side of the screen up here. It seems like they're constantly spawning units. I like the concept of this map, and I think I'm just, I regret not really being able to play it the way it was meant to be played, because if the unit limit was removed, I'm sure that my existing system could handle it. I don't know if the Starcraft engine could handle it, though, so that's my question. I assume someone who's played this originally let me know if you ran the old executables that you're supposed to run to play this and not just open it straight from vanilla Starcraft. Let me know if this is what you normally would have happen, because whoever made these maps, I assume, like, they would know better, right? They would know that this isn't how this is supposed to run. We need to protect, I guess, these antimatter projectiles. They don't seem to be helping. Also, my missile turrets are totally worthless too. So we have dragoons, pretty much everything we have. Battle cruisers, wraiths. If you can see the projectile being shot from the unit to the unit that they're attacking, that would count as a sprite. So that includes the battle cruiser, lasers, wraiths, scouts, pretty much everything we have. Missile turrets, dragoons, all of that. So it seems like some of our stuff is shooting, and the map's been thinned out quite a bit now. We're about 2/3 or 1/3 done, such that we're not getting as smoked. We have a lot of stuff kind of gathered around here. Let's send these scouts down to help. And we just want to kind of clump all of our stuff up so that, again, we want to be fighting on as few fronts as possible.
Roaches have just been scanned departing the far side of the moon. Secondary attack wave is incoming.
Of course. So this is a really interesting scenario in terms of StarCraft. We're really seeing the Zerg doing a full-fledged attack and like a big air battle to protect the outskirts of the planet. So you can kind of think, oh god, oh these are just going to run straight by, aren't they? Okay, where are these go? Oh, they're going straight for the platform. Let's group up on the platform and see if we can protect it. And again, I'm trying to keep my fronts down as low as possible so that. Well, I guess that wouldn't really make a difference. It would still be the same amount of stuff shooting, right? Okay, so we need to hopefully murder these things. It's just a shame that we're not doing any damage, even though the projectiles don't shoot. It's really interesting to think that that's how the game engine was set up. The Zerg seem to be shooting just fine. Why do they get priority on what sprites? That's one thing I'm curious too, is what determines what gets priority on with the sprites, and what ends up getting used. So again, let's try to really consolidate everything we've got. Move this all down here. We got a group of units here. Let's move these back to the platform. Move these back to the platform. We have random science vessels with no, well, they're satellites with no abilities. And again, let's check what these are. So these are UPL orbital fighters. They do pathetic damage, but they have more health. Battle cruisers, more health, less damage, it seems like. So it's really interesting, I guess, that the priority is like things that do less damage. So my carrier fleet, though, is really what's handling this the best. So let's group up and try to cloak my carriers at least. Because the interceptors spawn, and I think the carriers are doing pretty good damage. So they're actually what I can use to thin out these Mutalisks the most. So let's again keep grouping up, everybody. We just don't want any errant ships. We want to be in nice big clumps. Got all this stuff back here. I might want to start just pulling everyone back and just sit over the platform, actually. That way, you know, based on the sprite limits, we might actually have our missile turrets covering us and our Goliaths. Well, they're not Goliaths, are we? Are they? And these aren't missile turrets. They're surface-to-air missile batteries, and then these things are sentry drones. Okay, well, let's grab these units. And what's this? UPL Heavy Fighter. Okay, so I saw that at the opening screen near the carriers we had those teal Terran units, and I wonder, so it seems like there's like a hero group. Let's see if we have any more. Maybe they're already all dead. I mean, even with the sprite limit, this looks pretty cool, doesn't it? Like a full-on orbital battle. Okay, group up. Let's just consolidate as much as possible. And do we have any more of those hero units? I don't see any more. All right, let's move this stuff down here. We're really getting smoked up here because half the stuff isn't spawning any attack animations. So, you know, it's a little sad, but as we kill more and more Mutalisks, less and less sprites will be used. So it'll free up attack animations up here. And again, I'm battling the game's engine as much as I am battling the roaches / Zerg. Okay, well, I mean, how are these doing? 8 damage isn't huge. Granted, I mean, none of our stuff is doing a large amount of damage. Dragoons do 25, though, so those are fantastic. It's interesting that the Protoss are helping us, or at least there was a Protoss ambassadors here. The Protoss aren't fully fledged, like, allied with us, I don't think. There was the Earth Ire Accords, but it was also dependent on us getting the Russians to come back into the fold. So I guess we need to start sending some more units up here. I mean, that's just going to overload the sprite limit more and more. And again, I think the sprite limit's like... I want to say it's 1,700, but it might be slightly less than that. I'm not 100% sure. This is crazy, though. Very interesting concept. There's only 6 minutes left, so this seems like it'll be a pretty short mission, unless there's more after this. And I wasn't sure if the idea is we're supposed to lose. Like, I wasn't sure if the basis of this whole campaign is that the Zerg take Earth. It's kind of unclear. We have so much stuff up here. Okay. Well, this is working out. We're slowly thinning out the yellow Zerg. We had a whole other force come out over in this direction. Carriers, I mean, all my units are floating. They end up floating in random directions. I think I've lost pretty much all of my Arbiters. Carriers group up because, again, you are one of the few forces that I can really rely upon to do damage here, because the Interceptors have already spawned. Interestingly enough, the Interceptor attack animation I don't think counts as a separate sprite. I think it's just the Interceptor itself, but I'm not 100% sure about that. It seems like it should count as a separate animation, but maybe the game counts it as if the Interceptor spawns at all, it reserves a slot, like a sprite slot. I'm not really sure the proper terminology for this. It reserves a sprite slot for the attack animation. Okay, so let's get our carriers back in there. Interestingly enough, I wouldn't have expected all my Interceptors to spawn again, because once they go back in the carriers, I think it removes them, but I guess not. All right, we've taken care of this spot. We might have to send some stuff back down here to this location. What happened to... I must have lost all those elite fighters that I had. I thought I had more than that. All right, get in there. Oh, wait, an elite battlecruiser. UPL Jupiter is the command ship. 50 damage. Okay, that's great, and that can really help us against these dragons if it were to actually shoot.
Tertiary enemy attack force detected. Will enter firing range in a few seconds. All ships, stand by.
Oh boy. Okay. Well, maybe we should fall back to the platform at this point. I don't think it would really make a difference at this point. This is like a reserve fleet that I'm keeping. I love these consolidated fleets. Yeah, we're going to need... It looks like every time there's like a new attack fleet that's not the normal brown and orange groups, they're sending them straight for the platform. So we need to send these groups over to at least delay, even if they can't shoot. They're going to delay what's happening. And you know what I need to, I should have upped the game speed a long time ago. I mean, this kind of seems like we're running out the clock. There's not much strategy involved in this. It's really just a click as much as possible in different directions. All of you push down here, push down here. Okay, carriers. We're gonna move you back. I might move these back to the platform, I'm not sure. I need to be able to clean up these Mutalisks. We do have some things that are shooting here. Alright, my carriers, though, are taking very little damage. How much do these do? They only do 3 attack, and we're at +3 armor, so they're going to do 1 damage total. So, not much at all. So if we can clean up these... Should I call them Mutalisks? I'm going to keep calling them Mutalisks, even though they're... I mean, from the perspective of the in-game factions, they're dragons. I guess not from the Protoss. The Protoss called them Mutalisks. So it's really hard to say. This group down here is sort of getting smoked. Let's move these up here. I'm going to add this Arbiter to my carrier group. Let's group up. I'm going to add the UPL Jupiter to that group as well. There we go. And, you know, we've got a decent amount of stuff attacking, so this is fine. We're slowly losing. These battle cruisers take forever to go down again. With the amount of armor that we have, these dragons are pretty much doing 1 damage to everything. Our platform is getting smoked, though, because of these attack waves. I kind of think this is how this is supposed to... This is kind of like how it was intended for this to work, is these extra attack waves are supposed to be pushing deep into your platform so that maybe you're supposed to lose. I get the impression we're supposed to be losing here, but I'm holding out. There's only a minute and a half left, which means we've technically won, and then maybe the Zerg will overwhelm us in some sort of unplayable cutscene. All right, let's take our carriers and bring them back to the platform. I think that's, and the Jupiter, I suppose. And let's send these satellites back. I don't really understand the point of the satellites, but that's fine. We had a lot of stuff still out here. Let's keep grouping up. It's actually our left side that's getting hurt the most, so let's send more units over there. 40 seconds, though. There's no way that this is going to end in 40 seconds, so I'm sure we're fine. It's more because if my stuff could all shoot, we would be able to hold out much, much longer. It almost seems like the Zerg get priority over being able to spawn the glaive worms over my wraiths shooting missiles. Okay, well, we're still spread out on a very large front here, which I don't like. Let's try to move as much of this stuff up as possible.
Unknown temporal distortion detected adjacent to Earth orbit. Protoss fleet is emerging. Stand by.
The cavalry?
Oh my god. Negative, not Protoss. Not Protoss. Thousands of roaches emerging from hyperspace signature. All ships regroup at the platform. And where the hell are our reinforcements?
Oh, this is bad. This is bad, then.
Antaro Adun, human. I am Judicator Aldaris. Unfortunately, the Conclave has dictated we shall lead our main strike force to Ire.
Judicator Aldaris. If you pull out now, we will lose this engagement. Do you understand this? The Earth-Ire Accords are clear in their stipulations. If Earth is attacked by any extraterrestrial while you are in orbit, you are obligated to assist us. If you recall your existing ships, the invaders will eventually breach our defenses. We cannot do this without your help. Please, don't abandon us now.
This is laughable. I would sooner die than tarnish Ire by joining with you.
What? We've been allies for the last 20 years. Why are you doing this? Are you afraid of these invaders? Is that it?
The Protoss do not run from their enemies.
Then give us a reason, Judicator. If you just leave us to die, humanity will remember you for the cowards you've shown us you are.
I will not be addressed so by one so devoid of the Kala's light.
If you leave now, coward, you will be signing the death warrant of 11 billion people here on Earth. Tell me, how does that fit with Kala's light?
Enough!
We return to Ire at once. You must hold your position for as long as possible. And know that the gods watch over you. Entaro Adun.
Damn, Aldaris. So they basically just cut pieces of existing Aldaris dialogue together. Oh, all the Protoss are gone. I see. Oh, that's bad. I needed that stuff. All right, well, let's all fall back. The music has changed to like a sorrowful tune, which is kind of funny. Let's fall back to the platform, and I'm pretty sure that we are destined to lose. So let's all fall back. Everybody just fall back. You know, maybe without the Protoss, the sprite limit will get cleared up. All the Protoss are leaving. Those carriers were kind of what we needed. Yes, Zerg, follow them. Everybody fall back to the platform. Every Terran force left, anything that's UPL, fall back to the platform and consolidate, and we can hold out for as long as possible. I love this music. Everything about this mission is just so goofy. This campaign is waffled. Missions 1 and 2 were really cool. They were just really unique. And obviously this is very unique, but... And I hate using this word lightly.
The Protoss have removed all warships from our space. We are now alone, and confidence is high that we will not win this engagement. All fleet personnel, rally and hold the road as long as we can. Give us the time we need to get the surface population underground. Coming with you.
My God. Yeah, so the word I use this word lightly because you know it's becoming a pop culture thing that people say a lot, but this is sort of cringe-worthy. Again, a lot of people overuse, ooh, it's so cringy, but like the music. Keep in mind, this was made, I assume, in maybe '99 or 2000, maybe 2001. I'm not really sure. So this definitely seems like something, you know, when I don't even know how old I was in 2001. Maybe I was 13. I'm not really sure. I can't do math. It's just funny. This is just so goofy. I don't know. Are we gonna have to like listen to the whole song, or maybe we just have to sit here and slowly kill all the roaches? So I mean, we have a lot of stuff, and all of our stuff actually attacked. We would certainly be able to hold out. Is the Jupiter still around? Where you at, Jupiter? Oh, he's here. Where is he? Is he way in the back? Yeah, get up there, Jupiter. Oh my god. I don't know what this song is, but I'm sure it was very popular in the 90s or something. The only thing that could make this better is if they use like Linkin Park or something. That would have been perfect. Oh man. So how's everyone's day? My weekend's going pretty well. I'm actually recording this 2 weeks in advance because I have a friend coming in town over next weekend. And so usually I do most of my recording over Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and I will not be available those days because I've got a friend hanging out who's going to be staying with me, so I will not be shown around the city and such. Will not be recording, so I'm doing my recordings for pretty much every one of my series this weekend. But I hope everyone else is having a good day. I don't know what day of the week this is going to be coming out, but maybe Sunday? Maybe the following Sunday? It's going to be my last StarCraft 1, because I'm doing Thursday and Sunday. Really, they're just making us listen to this whole song, huh? So I really look forward to more songs like this being used. We've rallied on the platform, though, so I feel like we could probably hold out very long. My question is, will this mission only end once every single one of our units is dead? Because that's going to make this a little frustrating. So now that the Protoss are gone, it seems like we've got a lot more sprites able to be spawned, so we're actually attacking. The Jupiter's really getting in there. Actually, the Jupiter is not attacking, unfortunately. Oh, we got a real sweet guitar riff going on right now. Oh, yeah. Oh, no. Okay, now we're back to vocals. Oh, boy. Okay, well, I hope everyone's enjoying this as much as I am. It seems like the Zerg, or the Roaches, got another Roach attack wave coming in with lots and lots of Mutalisks, and again, they're only doing 3 attack, but alrighty. Well, maybe if we were upgraded too, the fucking UPL doesn't understand how upgrades work. Of course, they're 3-3, we're 0-0. What do you expect is going to happen? Alright, well, we're slowly losing more and more stuff. Okay, everybody, I guess this left side is where we're hurting the most. And, oh, and all the Dragoons are gone too, I should have noticed that. Okay, and here comes more Brown. It's just like once you kill too many of them, it just automatically spawns. So it almost seems like it's more worth your while to kill a lot of them and try not to kill the rest. I mean, it's like impossible to control that, but... Alright, come on now. And what are the objectives here? Survive until the Protoss reinforcements arrive. Okay, well, that's null at this point. Protect Earth orbit at any costs. So, I guess in this alternate timeline, I think this takes place before the years that the original Starcraft took place, like far in the future. So I think the Protoss and Aldaris are still around. This is before the invasion of Ire. This takes place like way before the original Starcraft. So the Protoss found Earth before that. Oh yeah, some sick electric guitar riffs going on. Really captures the deep emotions of the preteens of the era. Okay, come on, everybody. Not, no offense to preteens, we were all there once, and enjoy it while you can. Let me say, the Jupiter's going to hold out forever, though. The Jupiter is going to hold out. Save the Jupiter. If we have to, pull the Jupiter back. That's such a powerful ship. We want to use that later. No. Fall back. Everyone clump up. Keep clumping up. I'm wondering if maybe when the song ends, the mission will end. And we've held out kind of long enough that we're okay. We've got our sentry drones here, / Goliaths. All right, hold position. And pretty much all of our units are clumped up at this point, so we have no outliers. These sentry drones are stuck, but that's okay. And yeah, with the sorrowful song supposed to capture our slowly declining spirits as we realize that there's no way we can win this. The Protoss abandoned us. Though honestly, if the Protoss were here, we'd probably still lose because half of our attack animations would not spawn. The Zerg have developed new technology that stop our Wraiths from shooting anti-air missiles. How could this happen? Good lord. The song is over. And the mission is not ending. I think we just have to wait for them to kill everything. Here comes a whole nother attack wave, too. I mean, I could be, like, focus firing.
Even without Protoss support, UPL's Armada destroyed an additional 4 waves of Mutalisks before finally being overwhelmed. The pilot's bravery in that fight allowed Earth an additional 5 hours to move its population underground, saving the lives of millions. And though the Zerg did gain control of Earth's orbit, humanity's resolve was far from crushed.
Sometimes the dialogue is very clear and crisp, and sometimes it's just like they were mumbling. Like, I think the person narrating there was like trying to get across a sorrowful tone, but instead it was like, they plunged through the Earth orbit, and it was far from crushed. Like, you can't understand. And I don't know, it's just the quality of the audio. It's kind of funny. This was a cool mission. It's StarCraft 1. Look, your standards in terms of like the way, like what technology was available really need to be lowered, like in terms of audio quality and all that kind of stuff. You really need to lower your standards a little bit, and that's what I've been doing. This was a cool mission, so I'll take that for what it's worth, and I'm just going to assume that I was supposed to be modding in a way that would eliminate the sprite limit, and I did not have that available to me, so I still had a good time. Alright, this has been Jay Borino. Thanks so much for watching. I will see you next time. Bye now.